a great day for Mike Lawrence. Mahi will know that he is going to have his work cut out in the early stages here, as he had been done yesterday. Seb Devro pushed him all the way to the barrier. They're coming under starters' orders. The second semi-final of the Diamond Sculls Challenge, the open event for senior sculls. Whether you are club or international, Olympic champion, top sculler, that's the beauty of this event. Anyone can enter, the very best get through to the semi-finals. Watch Mahi on the left-hand side now. Now watch this, the power. He's long off the stroke, off the start. He doesn't shorten up here. He keeps it long, allows the power to come down the blade, through the stretcher, and away he goes. Mahi Drysdale, West End Rowing Club, New Zealand on the left-hand side. The Olympic champion leaves the start here in the semi-final of the Diamond Sculls Challenge Cup, being pushed though hard in the first 45 seconds by Mike Lawrence from Quinton Boat Club here. His Olympic champion against top club sculler. 4 years ago, Mike's chances of competing in the 2011 World Junior Championships were curtailed by a rugby injury. Then last summer, he had a chance to place at the 2014 and 23 Worlds, and he was hit by a bout of glandular fever. It's been a long battle back here, but right now he is right up there, and he is giving the Olympic champion a run for his money in the early stages. That's what it's all about.
You can see Lawrence is really trying hard. His boat is bouncing a little bit more. You can see the stern dip at the catch of each stroke, where Drysdale is just stretching out and slowly slipping away, inch by inch. But Lawrence is such a fabulous story. You know, he learned to row to stay in shape for rugby, which is his favorite sport. And as you mentioned, he broke his nose. He just had rhinoplasty 2 years ago.
Well, I mean, here
because he couldn't breathe at all.
Great stories, aren't they? This is what you know, all the behind-the-scenes stories of what it takes to get here. A little look right from Mike to just see where the Olympic champion is going. But regardless of the, you can see the boats moving around a little bit here into the head breeze. As the cross of St. George indicates the wind coming down the course. But as you would expect from the Olympic champion, doesn't matter what's happening in conditions-wise, the great beauty of watching Mahi Drysdale is that the blades go out long and he knows they are locked here. And it's no thought about it, it's just automatic. It's like a golf swing from the pros and the top amateurs. They don't think about their swing here, they just do it. Mahi Drysdale, the same. He doesn't think about where the blade's coming in. He knows that he's going to go out and lock. And as soon as it's locked, the body weight is behind it, and the miles and the years and the experience in the legs are pumped down and pushed forward. Mahi's always a delight to watch.
This is his 7th trip to Henley, which means if he's rowing all 5 days, this is probably his 35th trip down the course. He's done this before. He's seen the posts. I'm sure he's hit a few of the posts, but not this year. No, he's had 4 wins. This will be his 5th win if he gets through to tomorrow. And gets through tomorrow. Lovely story there with Mahi. He lives in Cambridge with his wife, Juliet, who was a bronze medal winner herself in the coxless pair in London. And just for Mahi's change of life, he had his wonderful baby daughter, Bramti, who was born 9 months ago. And they're both flying out in a few weeks to join him, training up to the World Championships.
The great beauty of our sport is that you can race around the world in fabulous backdrops. We have Henley Royal Regatta here, deep in the Thames Valley, a little bit of England. We go out to the World Championships in Aiguebelette, which has to be one of the most beautiful lakes in Europe here. It's a joy and one of the real results here in the particular sport that we're in.
And Mahi lives in Cambridge, but not this Cambridge. The Cambridge in North Island, New Zealand, where he runs a small little farming operation, a few chickens, a few pigs, and about 6 cows. Now, did you know Lawrence, his father was an Olympian, 2-time Olympian in 72 and 76 in the kayaks. His mother swum in the World Championships for Britain. He's a real water boy. And he came to rowing because he wanted to stay in shape for rugby and switched. And of course, all of his injuries, between his glandular fever, his hip injury, and his nose, all came from rugby. He was telling me this morning he thinks he'll stick with rowing.
A lot safer. But now you're seeing the class here. The expected. Obviously, when everyone starts level on the start here, you never know what might happen. But Mahe Drysdale, the Olympic champion, former world champion, looking to set that right. Second at the World Championships last year. Man on a mission to reclaim that crown. Was first in the single scull at the Varese Second World Cup Regatta. The multi-lane racing, we go from multi-lane 6 lanes to 2 lanes head-to-head. But what an exponent of the sculling that we are seeing here, right on the top of his game.
These camera shots are just unbelievable.
Allows us to go right in there.
Unbelievable.
We're on board here, almost on board with Mahe, seeing how he's just moving this scull along.
I can read the name of the sunglasses. It's just unbelievable. This drone is going to revolutionize TV coverage for rowing. And it's perfect for Henley because a big shot like this would be lost in 6-lane racing. Whereas match racing like this, your eyes can comprehend 2 different boats very well. You can see the internal pain of each oarsman in the boat.
Well, if you're joining us from New Zealand, a very good evening from Henley Royal Regatta here. Hope you're enjoying all the pictures coming to you from YouTube. You're joining us and watching your Olympic champion, Mahe Drysdale. Long and loose. He was taken on by Seb Devereaux in the first quarter of the quarterfinal yesterday. The young pretender Seb raced Mahe hard to the barrier. But as you would expect, the experience coming through here. No such repeat of that. Mahe can just enjoy the paddle in here. It was all set up for a Mahe Drysdale Alan Campbell showdown at Henley, but Alan Campbell, the single sculler, what a dreadful year he had. Didn't get selected last year. He's coming back from the illness and injury through this year. We saw him coming into finals at the Varese World Cup. Going to get quicker, hopefully, Alan, as we come through. He was entered for this event, this regatta, but Jürgen Grobler, the chief coach of the men, told him to withdraw and just focus on Lucerne. Huge disappointment from Alan because he loves it. He absolutely loves to be racing here on his home crowd, home water. Such a showman, Alan. So we wish you well, Alan, here. We're looking forward to seeing you out in Lucerne next week.
Mahe, always the wonderful sportsman, sculling along. To say just a few lengths ahead of Mr. Lawrence, who's giving everything he has.
Great story, though, from Mike. You know, to get to the semi-final in the Diamond Sculls Challenge Cup here, a phenomenal achievement.
He's 21 years old.
Plenty of years.
That's not bad. Race the Olympic champion. But you can still see the wind. There's a strong headwind. This will be an 8-minute race plus.
Spire of the church and Henley Town marks out in the distance the finish line. As the scullers now come along the steward's enclosure. Still a breeze.
I hope our Universal fans in YouTube will enjoy the unbelievable photo shots. What a great improvement for Henley. To really bring it to the rest of the world who only hears about it in magazines.
Crowds on their feet, applauding, and as they should. The full respect being afforded to Mahe Drysdale, West End Rowing Club, New Zealand, the Olympic champion now. Always welcome here. Great seeing him around the boat tents, signing autographs.
A very accessible fellow.
Making it look easy. Over the line, Mahe is now through to the final. As Mike Lawrence comes through. Adding a little bit of family history today. Although he was second on the day, You can tell his family. He raced the Olympic champion. He sat on the start with him. Mahi Drysdale confirming over Mike Lawrence.